Hello everyone, welcome to Code Spy. So in the last video, we created an agent using Spring AI and we asked a question that what is the weather in Bangalore? But what will happen if I'm asking multiple questions to the agent? Like I'm asking that what is the weather of Bangalore right now, and at the same time I'm also asking that what's on my calendar today. So in that case, what do you think the model will do? Either it will provide half of the information or it will just think and then it will return, like, because for a weather it has the information, it has the tool configured, it has the actual source of data, but for calendar it does not have anything. So today here agent is going to think that okay, user is asking two questions, so do I have tools for those questions? Then it will act, yes, I have tools for these questions, like I have a weather tool or a calendar tool. And then it will check that okay, whatever user is asking, those information are there in those tools. If it is there, then it will return it back to the user. If not, then again it will think, act, check. So here it is running in a kind of loop. So that is how agent works internally. First it will think, then act, then check, then repeat. Okay, so without wasting much time, let's get started. Last time we created this weather agent, and this agent was calling this weather tools and it was returning back to the user. So this time we'll create a new agent, a kind of ReAgent, reason then act. So first it will think and then it will act. Okay, so I have created this service class ReActAgent, and inside it I have configured this chat client because we are going to use this agent only, which has a power to think and then act. Okay, so in the constructor we are passing the same thing, builder, and we are registering this weather tools. And in the prompt, if you see that we are passing you are a careful assistant with tool available. Before acting, briefly think about which tool, if any, you need, and whether you can tell more than one at the same time. Only call a tool when you genuinely need fresh data. Give your final answer in plain, friendly language. So I am passing a prompt to a system that if it has multiple tools, then it will go and fetch from there, and then it will return response back to the user. So if you see here, weather agent prompt, system prompt, it was more specific to weather related information. But here in this agent class, I am not providing any more detailed information, like if we have multiple tools, then I cannot specify each and every tool in this prompt. So I have to provide a general information to this prompt so that whenever I will register those tools, it will go and check to those tools. Then we will create a controller where we will register, we'll call this agent. So inside controller, we will use this agent controller. Okay, so this is the same query, because here the format is not going to change. If you check the chat controller here for agent, it was more specific to weather. Now we have changed it to like agent ask. You can ask whatever you want to ask. If we have a response for that, then we'll return the response. Okay, so now let's run this application and we'll test it, like what is the response we are getting. Because still for the another question, like that calendar related question, I have not created any tools or agent is not aware about that. But still I want to test that what is the response I'm getting when I'm asking multiple question. So here I will change the weather to ask, and what is the temperature in Bangalore right now, and what's on my calendar today. I'm asking two questions here, so we'll see the response. So here you can see that the first response is the current temperature is, current temperature in Bangalore is 27 degrees Celsius and partly cloudy skies. So this is what we have configured in the weather tools. But for the second question, it replied that if you are looking for what's on your calendar today, I don't have access to that information. You may want to check your calendar's app directly for your schedule. But if I hit the same request again, this second response will differ. It will change. So for first response, it responded to the same thing, and second one, the response changed that however I cannot access your calendar, you might want to check it directly on your device. So every time the response is changing, but you are not getting whatever you are asking, because agent is not aware about this tool or this information. So next step is creating tools for calendar. So for weather, we already have a tool and we are getting response for that. But for calendar, agent is not able to identify the exact information because we don't have actual calendar API connectivity for that. But before that, I want to see that whenever this agent are calling these tools, what is their inner thought or what is their thought process, what they are thinking. So for that, I have to create a config class and there we have to log it. So I will create a config here, and inside config, so I have created this agent config class, and this is the bean which we are going to register when this application will start. And so here augmented tool callback provider. So this augmented tool callback provider, if you see here, it is implementing tool callback provider. So tool callback provider. So whenever agents are calling or LLM models are calling these tools, they are not directly calling your tools. They are calling this tool callback provider, and from there we are getting what tools should be called and what is the user question, and that question is available in which tool. So this tool callback provider will keep things ready for the LLM model. So here we are providing like what all the tools we have. We are registering those two tool callback provider. And here in argument type, we are providing this agent thinking dot class. This class is not yet created. I will create it. And this is the place like before calling these things, if you want to log anything, right? So here I want to log inner thought or thought process of you know what do I say is agent, right? So here you can see that I'm calling tool definition name. So what will be the tool name or which tool call is happening, and what is the agent's thought here. And after logging, I am just removing those arguments, because when the tool call will happen, I don't want to pass those inner thoughts to that call. Otherwise, maybe like it is a kind of ambiguous problem for tools. We don't need to provide those informations to tool that what is the thought process of agent or what is the inner thought of agent. So I will create this agent thinking class. Okay, so I have created this agent thinking record here, and here I'm passing this tool param. Inside this tool param, your short reasoning before calling this tool. So I mean, what is your thought process before calling any tools? That is going to be captured in this inner thought. Okay, and if I go back to the config, I have to import this class. Okay, so it is imported here. So now we'll go back to the agent here, React agent, and here if we see that we have configured this weather tools, right? Earlier we were passing these tools to agent, but now instead of passing this weather tools, I will pass that tool callback provider whatever I have created here, because I want some extra information, right? I want to capture logs or inner thoughts of this agent. So instead of passing weather tools, I will pass that this reasoning tool here. And in default tools, I will just register that. We don't need this weather tools. Okay, so I'm not changing the system prompt here. I'm just updating the tools like this tool is registered here in this config class tool object, and with that it is going to capture what tool call is happening and what is the thought process, and after logging it we are removing those thoughts. Now we will create our next tool, that is calendar tools. So we have created calendar tools here, and in calendar tools, as I told you in the existing videos, that description is very important. From this description only agent will get to know that what is the working of this method. So here in description we are passing get today's calendar events for a given user. So here we are passing some values like 10 a.m. stand up, then 2 p.m. client call, and 7 p.m. gym. And in React agent, we will register this calendar tools. So if you see in weather tools, when we were calling this weather tools, we are passing only one tool. But now, since we have multiple tools, we have multiple questions coming from the users. So we need multiple tools configurations. So here we will configure calendar tools also, and we will register this calendar tools here. Now we'll stop this application and we'll start again. Okay, so application is running. Now we'll go back to Postman and we hit the same request. Okay, so we got the response. The current temperature in Bangalore is 27 degrees Celsius and it's partly cloudy. And now since we have a calendar tool is created and agent is our calendar tool is registered to the agent. Now agent is aware about the second tool also. So for the second question also agent is aware, and we are getting the response for that. 10 a.m. stand up, 2 p.m. client call, and 5 p.m. gym. Let me know if you need anything else. So you can see that this is how agent is handling multiple calls. Okay, and if I go back here, so if you see there on the console, like I had to capture the thought process whenever these tools calls are happening. So I have captured this thought process for weather tools. If you want, you can configure it for other tools also, but you have to adjust your config class for that. That's all. So here you can see the tool call is happening, get temperature, and thought is I need to find out the current temperature in Bangalore. So this is what the agent is thinking, right? I need to find out the current temperature in Bangalore. I have not asked this question. The agent is thinking and it is writing those things here. But when the thought process is completed, after that, if I go back to the agent config, I have removed those thought process here because we don't want to pass those things to the tools, right? It would be confusing for them. So this is how agent handles multiple questions, and for multiple questions it calls multiple tools, and from there it gets the response and return it back to the user. So that's all for the video. If you like this video, please share it with your friends, subscribe this channel, and see you in the next video. Till then, goodbye.